Can sugar substitutes perform like sugar in baking? Imagine biting into a freshly baked cookie or a slice of cake and experiencing that perfect balance of sweetness and texture. Now, consider the role that sugar plays in baking beyond just adding flavor. Sugar influences the structure, moisture retention, browning, and even the fermentation process in some baked goods. When thinking about replacing sugar with substitutes, it is essential to understand how these alternatives interact with the baking process. Sugar substitutes come in various forms, including artificial sweeteners like aspartame and saccharin, sugar alcohols such as sorbitol and erythritol, and natural options like stevia and monk fruit extract. Each type has unique properties that affect baking differently. For example, artificial sweeteners are often many times sweeter than sugar, so only small amounts are needed. However, they typically lack bulk, which can alter the texture and volume of baked goods. To compensate, bakers often add additional ingredients like flour or thickeners. Sugar alcohols provide sweetness and some bulk, making them more similar to sugar in baking. They also retain moisture and contribute to browning, although they may cause a cooling sensation in the mouth or gastrointestinal discomfort if consumed in large quantities. Natural sweeteners like stevia and monk fruit are intensely sweet, so they requiring careful measurement. They do not provide the same bulk or fermentable sugars that yeast needs in bread baking, which can impact rise and crumb structure. In recipes where sugar's primary role is sweetness, substitutes can often perform well if used correctly. For example, in beverages or no-bake desserts, they can mimic sugar effectively. However, in baked goods that relying heavily on sugar for texture, such as meringues, caramel, or certain cakes, substitutes may fall short. They may produce different textures, browning levels, or moisture retention. Adjustments are usually necessary when replacing sugar with substitutes. This may include adding extra ingredients to mimic sugar's bulk or modifying baking times and temperatures. While some sugar substitutes can come close to sugar's performance, they often do not replicate all of its functions perfectly. Therefore, understanding the specific role sugar plays in each recipe is crucial for successful substitution. In summary, sugar substitutes can perform similarly to sugar in certain baking applications, especially when used with appropriate adjustments. However, they may not fully replicate sugar's multifaceted role in all baked goods.